Side-by-side brewing is really exactly what it sounds like. It is when you brew 2 cups at the same time, changing one variable, and then tasting the difference between the 2 cups. This can be used for a host of different things. For example, dialing in a coffee, where you can change things like dose size or water temperature, improve your pouring technique by tasting the results of a faster or slower pour, or even tasting the effects of different dripper materials. All the variables you can think of you can change, and then side by side compare the coffees to learn more about how that variable affects the final cup. It is probably the best way to improve your coffee brewing skills, both to brew the best possible cup of coffee, which is really the goal, but also to taste and learn how each variable changes the final cup, so you can get better at quickly dialing in a new coffee. So what do you need for side-by-side brewing? First of all, you need 2 identical brewers. This is really important, as it is necessary that the cups are brewed at the same time, which you cannot do if you have to wait for one cup to finish brewing before resetting and brewing the other cup. The reason for brewing both at once is to minimize any temperature difference and to improve consistency. It is also a lot less hassle and a lot less time consuming to brew at the same time. Then there is scales. I highly recommend you get 2 scales, although in some instances, for example when brewing with the AeroPress, 1 scale is fine. It is also best to have 2 identical scales, as that will up your consistency. But 2 different is also alright, and it is also how I do it. Now you are ready to brew. In terms of dosing, I would recommend weighing out and grinding both doses at the same time. This will lead to a more consistent grind size between the cups, and also dose size, as you can measure more exactly with ground coffee. Depending on what recipe you are using and what variables you are changing, you can brew the 2 coffees more or less at the same time. It is very important to start with a plan before you begin brewing. As an example, here I'm brewing using 2 April brewers, where the variable I'm experimenting with is time before second pour. The brew consists of 2 100-gram pours, spaced by 30 and 35 seconds respectively. I can complete the 2 first 100-gram pours one after another, and then come back and complete the second 2 100-gram pours after that. I hope that made some kind of sense. Then just sit down with your 2 cups, compare, contrast, and find the cup you like the most. You can taste for aspects such as complexity, sweetness, mouthfeel, and aftertaste. And make sure you keep tasting when the coffee has reached room temperature, as some coffees can really change at cooler temps. That was all for today. Thank you for watching.